Hello. Good morning. How are you guys? Hi, sis. Hi, Fyodor. Hi, Raves. Did you guys miss me? It's been so long. It's been like over a week, something like that. It's been a hot minute anyway. So many holidays right after one another, huh? But it's fine. I'm finally back now. No holidays. Only the next thing will be Christmas, and that's it, really. So you got me back again for now. How could I leave you? I know. I can't imagine going outside. Outside, scary. It's so spoopy. I stayed in this very scary house. It was a big house, very scary. In the middle of the countryside during a storm. It was all very, very scary. Hi, Mari. Hello, hello. I hope you're doing good as well. Got plenty of rest. At least I'm not too tired. After trip, I was feeling a bit sleepy. Kind of waking up a bit now. Maybe I'll crash again soon. We shall see how. We shall see how it goes. Sorry, I just dropped something. I gotta pick it up now before Nala gets it. I got it. You're farming for relics? What are you playing? Are you playing Star Rail? Oh, FF14. Oh god, Jesus. I haven't played that in so long properly. It's been a while. I played the Fall Guys thing though, as you know, but I haven't done like relics or trials or any of the extremes. I think the last extreme that I killed in Final Fantasy was Babaricha, maybe, possibly. I never did Rubicante, or Goldbaz or Zero Myths. Need to do Resistance Glamour or Resistance Relic for Glamour. Yeah, that's the thing. If you want glamour, you gotta do a lot of work. You gotta put all the work in to get them. It takes a while for some of them, but you got this. I have faith in you. I have my Pepsi with me. I am set for a nice cozy Sunday. It won't be too long because I do have work in the morning and stuff, blah blah, evil things like that. But you know, we'll get our FURINA quest done, hang out for a bit. You know, that's the hope anyway. And then next we can get back to a proper schedule next week. I have lots of projects ongoing right now. Getting ready for 2.0 debut early 2024, you know? So we have that to look forward to. Kuroring. Hi, Guru Sencha. Hello, hello. Welcome in. Thank you for the hydrate. Un momento. Thank you. And the stretch is all okay. I really need to stretch. I don't know why. But despite having done feck all for a week, my body is like in bits. All my muscles and my body are like aching. I don't know, maybe just lugging a suitcase around has killed me. It could have also been that arm wrestle that I did. Yeah. Which I totally won. Did not get beaten in. Not at all. I was super strong. I beat them in the arm wrestle. Yeah. It's probably the arm wrestle why I'm in so much pain. Having to babysit Samaj all week is tiring indeed. Yeah, right? I was, of course, you know, very mature and, you know, didn't mess around whatsoever. during my holiday with friends. I was, making sure everybody, was, taken care of and things. No messing around at all. I was very serious the whole time. Yeah, definitely. If anyone else hasn't noticed, by the way, but we are also co-streaming or simul-streaming this on YouTube. So hi to the YouTube peoples as well. Unfortunately, YouTube doesn't get a chat on the screen. So, I haven't figured that out. But it's kind of new, but it's cool. It's cool though, that we're now allowed to do this. So, hello YouTube peeps. You'll be seeing me a lot more often now than you used to. But we're now on both places, both platforms. Maybe I'll throw a third platform. I don't know. It could be fun to do that too. Maybe I'll do V-Stream as well, finally, now that they've opened it up a bit. But yeah, it is pretty nice to be back home at least. I'm sad my friends are all gone, but at least I have Nala. And I can at least, just chill for a while until things go back to normal. But yeah, I think I'll get into the Genshin now. I need to do my dailies before I do the quest. So I'll do my dailies real quick. And we can see how things go from there. Invades my house, please no. Not like this. You just want to see Nala again. You can't get things past me. Let me just go over to game scran. There we are. Ta-da! Welcome! Ohayo! We are back in the Genshin world. And we do have drops on for those that want drops. You can keep the stream open if you just want to lurk. That's fine. You can do that. Just make sure that you don't mute the stream. You just mute the tab. That way, not only does your view count, but also you will get the drops still from the things. So that's just a little tip for you. You poking me, Mary? Unbelievable. Can't believe the outrageous audacity of it. Where my game controller, huh? Can I have my controller, please? I need to get myself a stream deck, I swear. There we go. There it is. Found it. Look, we already have the FURINA. I've been leveling her up the whole time I was like away on holidays. I was leveling up FURINA, the best I could with what I have. I still need to level up her talents a bit more. I need some more things. She's only level 85 because I don't have enough yolks. But we try. We do what we can with what we have. I did a bit of an explore. Not much. I had to look around like this area so I could get all of her flower yokis and unlock the teleport waypoints for all the new areas. So we've done a little bit of an explore here and there, Let's have a look over here. Because apparently I can just do a bit of an explore and I can get my dailies that way. I don't actually need to go do those commission quests. Which I totally forgot was a feature, to be totally honest. I completely forgot you could do that. I was only reminded of it like yesterday or the day before. So let's give that a go. Let's have a bit of an explore and pick up some chests. And we'll see if that changes things at all
Settle down.
Easy does it, easy.
Is it what you wish to find? Hopefully the excitement of opening a treasure chest has at least made it a worthwhile experience.
It does when I hear your voice, Novelette. Now I need to figure out how to work this thingy. What does this do? What? Oh, okay. The reed pipe requires ripples released by bursting dew bubbles to be activated. The number of runes displayed on top shows the order which required to activate. This seems complicated. I'm not good at puzzles. Jesus Christ. When multiple pipes are the same number of runes, these pipes must be activated at the same time. Okay. So what do we got? We got 1 and 2. And that's it, I guess. Ooh. Oh, 1, 2. Ah! Easy. Oh, monkey, hi. Thank you for the hydrate.
Take it. Go on. You have my approval.
God, I'm missing, like, FURINA just steals HP, doesn't she? Like, Christ. I've got, like, half my HP gone for the whole party. Heal me, let's go. Oh, I missed you, dude. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I should not have missed you at all.
I will have order.
Wah!
Bow your head.
I tell you, Dendro is just so strong. Like, I think Dendro and Hydro have become, like, the best elements of this game. I remember when the game came out, it was all about, like, Pyro. Nah. It's all about Dendro and Hydro these days. Although I suppose, like, Hydro, even back then, was considered pretty good. In combination with the Pyro. Yeah, you got your melt comps and your vaporize comps back then. Nowadays you just have a lot more options. Oh no, this seems like a quest. No thanks. I don't want to do a quest right now. You don't think Vapor used much in the past? Yeah, definitely not very much. It was like, wherever possible, you just did Cryo and Pyro. Back in the day. You know, why am I not... why am I not seeing more treasure chests? I swear, when you're not looking for them, they're feckin' everywhere. You can't go 2 steps without seeing treasure everywhere. And now I can't see any of them. It's not like I've opened many around here, to be honest. In fact, I don't think I've opened any. Your company, Food Panda Chick, Ganyu, and you don't remember last unit? Remember when D-Luke was like the end-all be-all? Everyone wanted D-Luke? Yeah, that's really changed these days. I remember, like, I wanted D-Luke so bad for a long time. And I eventually got him, like, around I think it was around the time Albedo was out. I got a Diluc. And I just didn't care. It was just... By that point, like, it was just kind of meh. You know? Jesus. Fuck, I didn't even see the explosion thingy.
Settle down.
Poor guys.
Abandoned property belongs to whoever
Imagine just
finds it
chilling
first.
now, and then
So,
suddenly
it's
Nuvalat
legally
just
yours
rolls up
now.
on your camp. Hey, dude. Dude, no. Stop it. Come on out. You're okay. There you are. You didn't get Diluc till end of Leowa? Yeah. It was a bit, like, underwhelming once he came out. Because I think, like, Hu Tao came out not long later. And Hu Tao was, like, insane. And in fact, Klee was always better than Diluc, I thought. You know?
Splendid! More
You played an opening
interesting
played
trinkets
until
for me.
Klee, give or take. You came back for Animal Spear edgy dude. I know who you mean. Zhao was the name. Am I gonna be able to do this? It's heckin' windy. I need Daddy to help me. Hang on. Wah. There we go. Wah. And no, I'm not being silly. They genuinely are better at dealing with the
Belongs to
wind,
whoever finds
windy
it first.
conditions.
So, it's legally yours now.
It's legally mine, Nuvalat? That's so cool. Oh, that's a lot of wind-related things. Hang on. Hold up. Wait a minute. Nuvalat, could you go away
Give me
for
a
a minute,
moment to
please?
compose
Thank
myself.
you. We have a full Archon team here. We will surely be able to solve this simple puzzle with a full Archon team, right? Eh. Eh. Nice. So, has this helped me at all? Oh, I don't have the Pyro Archon. I can't. Fuck. Why don't we have Pyro Archon? What the hell? There's actually not as many Pyro people as I would have thought these days,
It's an
you know?
honor.
So that's on fire now. What am I doing here?
Brace
I don't...
yourself.
I don't... that might be cheating, what I just did there. I don't know. I need to get in here somehow.
Stay calm. Step right up.
Or not.
Everyone hold hands. Make yourselves at home.
Perhaps I just cheat my way in.
Here comes the finale.
Wah. Explode quick. Quick, 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 quick. Oh. Where you going, dude? Hello? He left me. I can't believe he left me. Hi, Samaj. How was the McDonald's? Did you have a nice McDonald's? I hope so. Wow.
I see everything.
Bum, bum, bum. bum, bum, bum.
Yahoo!
It's good. You missed it. Yeah, imagine like staying at a house so far away from any McDonald's. I'm sure you were like very sad.
And now I'll make it all disappear. Just kidding.
Hey!
I didn't see where the big wind elemental went. He went up here somewhere, I thought, but I don't see him. Can I open this? Do I have a key? I do have a key. Just the one.
Splendid! More interesting trinkets for me.
You see, Samaj? Look, it's FURINA. The best Archon there ever was. Bum bum ba-dum, ba-da-dum. Bum ba-dum dum, bum 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 ba-dum dum bum.
The sun feels
Oh, hi.
almost as hot as those studio lights I'm in front of all the time. Good thing there can only be one sun.
Can I not dive in this water? Perhaps I need the Sealy. You don't like FURINA? I can't believe you so much. I'll be doing her quest in a minute. Oh, okay. Well, that's just sufficient exploration, I guess. That's kind of cool how that works. I was just wandering about and didn't have to do the quests. Anyone see a Sealy around here that doesn't have a home? I see no Sealy. Maybe it's down there. That would be a bit hectic if it is. Wah. Wah. Yeah, I don't see it. I'm completely at a loss. Maybe I need to do that one, the quest for this area
The sun
first.
feels almost as hot as those studio lights I'm in front of all the time. Good thing there can only be one sun.
Alright, let me unlock her quest then. And I'll go do quest. Oh, it's in here. Right. Just ignore all this. My lack of quests being done. I still need to do Nouvelette's quest. Bum, bum, ba-dum, dum. Wait a minute. Did they change how it works just now? Can you unlock these without... See, if I unlock this... Oh my god, you don't have to use the quest, like you can just have it open and then go get... Oh my god. That's such a nice change. I can finally unlock these without having to use up all of my stuff. Or like causing collision problems or whatever. Will I though? Wow. Wow. Look at it go. I'm skipping by Zoo because I don't like him. I'm just gonna start unlocking all of them now. But for now, we're doing... Fuck, which one is it? Oh, it's this one. It's the top one. Okay. We're doing FURINA quest. Oh, thank you for Hydrate Monkey.
The sun feels almost as
She
hot
hates
as
the
those
sun.
studio
She's gonna
lights
hate it
I'm
when
in
we go
front
to
of all the
the
time.
Natlan.
Good thing there can only...
Hey, Catherine, it's us. Got any new commissions? Specifically one with a huge more attack, perhaps?
You don't have to be so direct, Paimon. But also, yeah, if you got money.
You know we're worth it. For quality work and speedy results, choose Paimon and the Traveler.
Hi, Mary Samandas. Hello. It's nice to see you again. It feels like it's been so long. How are you doing? Are you doing okay? Hope you're doing good.
It's always a pleasure to see our two most avid adventurers again. Looking for the next challenge, I see. Actually, we do in fact have a rather urgent commission that is still open.
Oh?
Having read the details, however, I don't believe you'd consider it to be lucrative.
Don't worry about that. We were just kidding.
No, you
So
weren't,
what's the
Paimon.
situation?
To put it simply, the requester is looking for a temporary replacement actress for their musical. The original cast member ran into some issues, and is currently unable to perform the role.
Oh, well then, I mean, how is this gonna... Who's tasking the Adventurers Guild? Looking for an actress? That seems a bit odd. Mostly good? Hope doing well? Yeah, I'm doing okay. Just a bit tired. But, you know, doing mostly okay. Not looking forward to going back to work tomorrow for sure. That's not fun at all, at all.
But the troupe has also been experiencing some financial difficulties, so unfortunately they cannot afford to pay the replacement actress.
That does
Oh
sound
my
like a
god,
tricky
they're paying an
situation.
exposure?
So basically they're looking for a volunteer?
That's right. Our adventurers reached out to many actresses, but none of them were willing to take the job.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
There are only a few days left until the performance. If they can't find someone in time, they'll probably have to postpone the show. And delays tend to create all sorts of new problems.
Mm-hmm.
Got it. Oh, this one's a doozy. What do you think, Traveler? Any ideas? Even if we took the commission, neither of us have any experience starring in musicals.
That's true, but I'm sure we could manage. We'll wing it.
If you're interested in helping, why not start by having a chat with the requester? He's right over there.
Oh. He's literally right there. What the fuck? Is he not listening to us talking about it?
Maybe you can't fill the role yourselves, but you might be able to help him figure out another solution. Maybe there's something he hasn't thought of.
Oh, it's that guy, huh? No wonder, he looks like he just ate a sour lemon.
What the fuck? Why is Paimon so rude?
Paimon approves, let's go! Hello there, are you the guy looking for a new actress?
Wait, I know you two! Are you really willing to act in my musical?
We can give it a go, but we're not very good.
Wow, sounds like we're pretty famous in Fontaine already. But to answer your question, neither of us have any experience in musicals. But we
He
heard
doesn't
you
look
were a
like
bit
he
of a learn, so we
ate
figured we could
the
at least
sour
try to help
lemon.
you think
He
of a
doesn't.
solution.
Does he? Does he look like?
I see. It's okay. I knew that
mean,
asking for a volunteer
what does that
was a long
even-
shot.
He looks very normal to me.
If we can't find someone to step in, we'll have no choice but to cancel the show. It would be such a shame.
Can't you cover the budget with ticket fees?
That's the thing. We're not some high-profile theater troupe, just a group of amateur enthusiasts.
So wouldn't you just accept any actress? Like even anyone that's willing to be an actress?
All our sets and props are very crude. We're grateful enough just to get an audience, never mind ticket fees. If we had a way to make this profitable, things might have turned out differently. But now, it looks inevitable that we'll disband.
You wanna be the actress, Mary Stammer? Go on. I would like to see
Disband?
that.
You're splitting up the troupe?
Oh, I guess the lady at the Adventurers Guild didn't tell you? Yeah, this is supposed to be our final show together as a troupe. One last show, and after that, we go our separate ways. So we were really hoping to end on a high note. Nobody wants things to just fizzle out. Not after all the time and effort we've invested into it.
And one of your actresses doesn't want to show up? Typical.
Yeah, the leading lady, in fact. She's been dealing with a chronic illness ever since childhood, and unfortunately, it flared up again recently. It really drains all her energy, so she's in no state to perform.
Yeah, that is an issue.
The show just won't be the same without her. But for everyone else's sake, I still hope we can find a way to hold the performance on schedule.
Got it. We have a clearer picture now. Let's see if we can come up with any ideas. What if we sponsored the show? Traveler, how much more are you carrying?
Not enough, Paimon.
Please, there's no need to go that far. I wouldn't feel right asking such a huge favor. And I can't promise that we'd ever be able to pay you back.
Well, by the sounds of it, you would never be able to pay me back, to be honest.
Good
Where are we
point.
gonna find an
If the actress
actress?
just goes through the motions for the Mora, that's not exactly rescuing the
I can see
show.
where this is going. Obviously, we're gonna ask FURINA because it's her quest. However, I don't know how I feel about asking her to go be an actress after what she's been through, you know? It feels like a bit... like, would she even want to do that, you know?
We should find someone who will put on the best performance possible. Oh, wait! What about... you know who? That's how you know we're the best of partners. Anyway, she should have all the free time in the
God,
world
that
right now.
fucking red mage in the background. Like, look at that dude. He's fancy as fuck.
She's really good at performing, and she was once super popular with the crowd. Performing in a musical should be a piece of cake for her.
She loves cake, actually.
Who are you thinking of? Sounds like someone famous.
FURINA.
Her? You're... That was a joke, right?
Nope. Paimon doesn't actually know if she's performed on stage before, but Paimon's pretty confident that she'd be really good at it.
Yeah.
You're not wrong there. She has actually performed in a number of big-name shows before. They were one of the reasons she was so popular. But even if she's no longer the Hydro Archon, it's not like she's suddenly a commoner. She's still an idol to many people in Fontaine, including myself. I just think Lady FURINA might feel a bit out of place in an amateur troupe like ours.
I mean, we can ask. I guess.
Well,
I still
yes,
feel a bit
but-
bad asking her, but you know. If she's into the idea, you know, I guess that's fine.
Fair enough. I
She's
mean,
been through a
if
lot.
she was
I still
actually
feel
willing
very
to,
bad for her.
Then of course I'd be honored to have Lady FURINA star in our show. I'm sure the rest of the troupe would be delighted too. I'm sure everyone in our troupe has probably dreamt of performing on stage with her one day. Of course, it all depends on whether she's interested. She might consider this opportunity beneath her.
Hey, Plate, how are you doing? I hope you're doing well today. Enjoying your Sunday.
No point in stressing about that. We'll only know if we ask her. And besides, things are different now. There's no reason for her to be all high and mighty anymore.
Paimon, shut the hell up.
Thank you for your help. I guess I'll just stay here and wait for the good news.
I
Good
won't
luck.
accept anyone being mean to FURINA.
Wait, where does FURINA actually live nowadays? She used to live in luxury at the Palais Mermonia, but she's, moved out, right?
Yeah.
As it happens, I have her current address here. I can provide it to you.
Are you allowed to do that, Catherine? That seems like a breach of privacy or something, no?
When did you get here?
I came over when things were starting to sound more promising. I thought I should be at the ready in case my assistance is needed. It is my duty to support commissioners in any way I can.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Well, now that we've got the address, we'll go find FURINA. Back in a jiffy.
Is there actually, like, I guess there's no privacy laws here in Fontaine. You're gonna slap Mary's on my plate? Just cause she's, Paimon. It's fine. She'll probably like it anyway. So this is where she's living now, huh? You would.
Whatever would you do without me?
Thank you for permitting, no, inviting me to join you.
Oh, Nivela, you're so polite.
Did Catherine really give us the right address? She lives here?
What's wrong with here? This seems pretty nice. Hi, Shinobi. I'm doing good. How are you doing? Oh, hello, Nala. You almost have 5k? Oh, Jesus Christ. Why does everyone always, like, hold it over me like this? 32k? Fuck. Thank you for the lurk, Mary-sama.
Not that there's anything wrong with this place. It's just, a bit of a step down from the Palais Marmonia.
Paimon, she just wants the quiet life, okay? Maybe. Have you thought about that?
You know, it's common courtesy to make sure the homeowner isn't in earshot when you're denigrating their abode.
Right? Like, what the fuck, Paimon? Also, hi, Farina. You destroyed your laptop charger trying to fix it? Oof. Be careful now. Those things can be a bit dangerous, especially since they often have a power brick. Thank you for a lurk plate.
Okay, when did popping out of thin air become all the rage? First Catherine and now you?
I was just out on a shopping trip. I ran out of macaroni, so I went to grab a few more bags.
Aww.
I used to have a much wider range of choices when it came to food, but now I'm finding that simple, traditional home cooking can be quite delicious too.
Yeah. I would say so.
Not at all. As long as you have different kinds of sauces in, you can have macaroni and tomato sauce one week, macaroni and bolognese the next.
Oh, sounds like you're really struggling to cope.
What? What do you mean? She's just enjoying the little things, Paimon. What the fuck?
How rude! Questioning my cooking skills. The audacity!
Oh, you haven't done this quest yet, Shinobi? That's fair, that's fair. Thank you for the lurk, though. I do appreciate. I know, Farina, the audacity of Paimon, I swear to Christ.
It's not like I have a very eventful life these days. Actually, I barely leave the house. So I don't see how it's unusual that my meals are a little simpler now too. Besides, I'm sure I could master dishes like la lettre focilor or blubber profiteroles in no time, if I felt so inclined.
Yeah.
Ah, there it is. You don't know how to cook.
What the fuck, Paimon?
Not yet, maybe, but... Anyway, what are you even doing here? I do hope you didn't come here just to ogle at my fall from grace.
No?
Let me first be clear that I'm not taking guests at this time. So if you're just here to clown around, then please be on your way. Shoo!
Sorry! We're sorry! Please don't be mad!
Paimon was not showing concern at all, actually.
Yeah, exactly what the traveler said. Paimon wasn't trying to make fun of you.
But you did.
Hang on a sec, you weren't exactly holding back either.
Paimon, I swear to Christ.
My help? Well, maybe you're forgetting that I'm no longer the mighty Hydro Archon. I don't even have a vision, you know.
Don't worry, it's nothing that serious. It's just very specific, and you're the one with the power to help.
Yeah? If you want to, though.
Oh? Well, if that's the case, then fine. I'll spare you the lecture about your attitude just now. So tell me, what specifically makes this matter so specific?
We explain.
Ah, I see. I knew you couldn't have come all this way just to amuse yourselves at my expense. After all, I was once the brightest star in all of Fontaine, well versed in all the various performing arts. A mere musical is well within my capabilities. But given the present circumstances, I'm afraid I must regretfully decline your casting request.
You know, I think that's totally fair for her to do.
How come? It sounds like this would be a breeze for you.
Paimon?
True, but I have made a decision to retire from the stage.
And that's, I think, perfectly fair.
Although I am no longer required to play the role of the Hydro Archon, the time I spent inhabiting that character
Thank you,
has
Hydri.
left an indelible mark on me. Centuries of pretending to be a different person changes you completely. I'm not the same person I once was.
Yeah, I think you should be allowed some time to, you know, figure yourself out and stuff.
Of course, that can't be undone now. It's too late, and I have no intention of reinventing myself all over again. But at least I can say that I no longer desire to play any new roles.
Paimon can understand, but this is just a one-off part to fill in for someone who's sick. Surely that's okay.
Whether it's a one-off or not, it's a boundary that I've committed to no longer cross.
Yeah, and we should respect that.
If I make an exception to the rule now, I'm just leaving a back door for myself, which would be the same as not having a boundary in the first place. So I'm not going to perform, and that is that.
Okay, guess there's no convincing you. Well, is there anything else we can do to help out the troupe? Otherwise, they'll just have to disband without any fanfare. Do you know any other actors who might be interested in the role?
Nope.
Oh.
Short and to the point, okay.
I've never been great at maintaining relationships. Besides, anyone I've ever worked with probably couldn't wait to get rid of me. Since I'm just an ordinary person now, they'll probably just laugh in my face if I go asking them for help.
You probably shouldn't always assume the worst. That other dude still seems to respect you a lot.
True, but I mean, could you even blame them? I show up out of the blue, begging and groveling for their help with a show they won't even get paid for? Oh, no way. I'm dying from embarrassment just thinking about it. Nope, not happening.
Well, is there anything else we can do? This performance really means a lot to the guy we're working for.
Have I not made myself clear? You're barking up the wrong tree. I don't want this job, nor do I know of anyone else who would. Sorry. I didn't mean for that to sound so harsh. I wish I could help, really. But if I thought I had the answer to this problem, I would have said so by now.
Kitsune, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome in. I hope you enjoy your stay.
It's alright, FURINA. Paimon just wanted to make sure we tried everything. Oh, everyone in the troop will be so disappointed.
Paimon, stop guilt tripping.
Yeah, I guess that's all we can do now. Alright then, we'll see you around, Farina!
Toodaloo to you too. I'm going home to take a rest now.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't think we should be even asking her, to be honest. She needs a rest.
Too bad, but we have to respect Farina's decision. Maybe the thought of performing brings up too many painful memories now.
Mm-hmm. Oh, is this one of the troop members?
Huh? What's going on? Are they arguing?
That's besides the point. I'll ask you again. Why did you start looking for a replacement without my consent? When did I tell you I'm going to take a step back?
Oh, that's the actress. You know what? I don't want to get involved in this.
You didn't need to say it. We've known each other for how long now? We know the signs. But you never tell us about your illness, even when it's clearly flaring up.
And that gives you the right to make a decision on my behalf?
Not really.
Shortly after you left, the troop's lead actress came to the Adventurers Guild. She believes that she's healthy enough to perform.
Oh, well, there you go.
Excuse me, but can you both take a moment to discuss something else for now? The adventurer assigned to your commission has returned.
Sorry, I was just dealing with a little misunderstanding. So, how did your conversation with Furina go?
Sadly, it's a no from her. We tried to persuade her, but she wasn't having it. She doesn't want to play the role for personal reasons.
I see. Well, circumstances have changed a little, so maybe that's not such bad news after all.
Yeah, you should
You
just
see,
go ahead with
our
your
leading
original
lady has
actress.
just informed me that she's well enough to make it to the show after all. Staging the musical with the full original cast was always the dream, of course.
Yeah.
Oh, right! Sounds like everything worked itself out then.
Yeah, see, you know, these guys, this is bad juju right here.
Yeah, she'd be livid. We'd get the scolding of a lifetime.
Jeez, is Lady Furina really so harsh with people?
Only joking, calm down. So, guess we can consider this case closed now, huh?
I would say so.
Despite the fact that we failed to complete the commission, we were still racking our brains for ideas on the way back here.
Look, there's no point arguing with you about this anymore. You've made yourself very clear, so I'll stop looking for a replacement. This is the last chance we have, though. If your illness flares up again, there won't be time to find anyone to replace you. So, are you absolutely sure you'll be able to handle it? The whole team is putting everything they have into this final performance. We have to make sure it goes ahead.
Yes, I'm completely confident. I've been taking a new medication from the doctor, and it's working brilliantly. I'll definitely be able to tough it out until the performance day. I share everyone's desire to commemorate all our years as a troupe with a proper farewell show. So the last thing I want is to be left out. Every one of us thinks of this troupe as their home, myself included.
Yeah, then do it
You're
to,
right.
like,
I'm sorry.
put in the commission.
I let myself get too worried about the show. I should have asked for your permission first.
Yeah, he's not very considerate.
Well, it ends well. Sounds like the show will go on. Sure.
Oh,
Hey, how did you... I was just passing by because I realized I forgot a couple of items on my shopping list. All right, I'm coming. No need to drag me. Hello, one and all. I couldn't help but overhear your conversation just now.
Farina? Didn't you say you were gonna take a rest at home? What are you doing here?
I was just ever so slightly concerned about the situation you mentioned. Yes, a teensy bit concerned, that's all.
Aw.
When you came to talk with me earlier, I jumped right to explaining my position and said some strongly worded things. And all before I even had a full grasp of the situation. Anyway, I just feel a bit bad about how it went down. I'm sorry, Paimon.
Aw.
Oh, it's totally fine. Paimon didn't take any of that personally.
Why are you hiding?
You really have a knack for asking the most uncomfortable questions, don't you? I felt very sheepish, having had a change of heart after flatly refusing you. And then, to make matters worse, you caught me. But in any case, it sounds like the issue has already been resolved.
Yeah. When they said they were
Furina's
gonna
just
ask
like,
for your
she's
help,
so
I
fabulous
almost had a
looking.
heart
What the
attack.
hell?
I mean, how could we be worthy of having Lady FURINA star in our show?
There's no need to think like that. And no need to keep addressing me as Lady. Just FURINA is fine. I was wondering, if this troupe is so important to all of you, why does it have to disband? If the difficulties are purely financial, then there must be a solution. You could put the shows on pause while you look for a sponsor, for instance. Everyone seems so devoted to the troupe. I'm sure if you keep chipping away, you'll find a way through.
We all want to believe that, but some things are just beyond our control.
Is it because of her illness, or?
Everything's been going downhill ever since we lost our director. She was the heart and soul of our troupe. She kept us going.
Or maybe FURINA could be a director.
Her name was O'Reilly, and she was the founder as well as the artistic director of our troupe. And tragically, she was a victim in this serial disappearances case.
Oh shit.
What?
That hits home for FURINA, certainly.
That's actually how I recognize these two. It was all thanks to their efforts that the true culprit was brought to justice. But still, no sentence can bring our director back to us.
She was a loyal fan of your performances, Miss FURINA. They were what first inspired her to get into musical theater. She rallied many people around her who were destitute or had lost their sense of purpose in life, and convinced them to join her troupe. She wrote her own scripts, acted on stage, and mentored each and every one of us. People loved our performances back then. We seemed to be going from strength to strength.
Monkey and go.
Things were really looking up for us.
And then disaster struck.
Yeah. After that, the entire troupe fell into disarray. None of us know anything about script writing, let alone how to handle the business side of things. We've been doing the best we can, but despite our efforts, things are slowly but surely falling apart. It's agonizing, but ultimately, we'd rather end things now on our own terms than stick it out to the bitter end and watch all our dreams turn to dust.
Oh.
Disaster? There was the massive flood disaster.
What a terrible waste. A gifted artist from humble beginnings who achieved so much and no doubt had much more to give. And then her life was so cruelly taken. I suppose it's fair to say then that this final show, besides being your farewell to the stage, is also your final gift for her?
You know, solo queue comp Overwatch? Well, good luck. Thank you, Plate.
Yes, exactly. We all miss her terribly.
Well, good thing I followed the Traveler here. After hearing this tragic tale, I can no longer stand by and do nothing.
What shall you do?
FURINA.
I know what you're thinking, but I by no means plan to cross the boundary I've set for myself. Besides, they're no longer looking for a replacement anyway. I can, however, provide some artistic guidance from the vantage point of a highly experienced audience member. But only if you feel this is something that would help, of course.
Oh, most definitely. We'll take any guidance that you can give.
We unfortunately don't have any budget for a consultant, though. Will that be a problem?
I don't need any compensation. All I'd ask in return, if you're willing, is that you tell me some more about the life and work of your late director. Something I've begun to realize since my departure from the Opera Epiclese is that there's a lot you don't see when you observe everything from on high. The law only judges criminal behavior and does not weigh human emotion. The court's verdict can settle the question of criminal liability, but what about all the unresolved emotions of the parties involved? What happens to them?
Jesus. They come pouring out and flow away into infinity. That's profound from the traveler.
An interesting answer. But if you ask me, I think all emotion shall ultimately return home to the heart and slowly settle with the passage of time. Take, par exemple, how this troupe pines for their late director.
Par exemple?
Things such as this I have never witnessed before. And so I should like to observe, perchance to understand.
Ah, still a fan of your old dramatic monologues then, huh? You just want to get back in on the action, don't you?
No. This is a completely different situation. Pearls before swine.
Ah, the name's not Swine, it's Paimon!
Would you be willing to join me? Come on, take a break from adventuring to listen to a story.
Sure, let's do it. Let's hang out for a bit.
Thank you all so much. Our director was a huge fan of Miss Furina's performances, as of course we all are. Alright, follow me. We'll go to our usual practice space. Please excuse the size. It's a little on the smaller side.
Ah, that's fine. It's not in the sewer, is it? It could be. It is a pretty small building, for sure. Actually, it's not too bad. It's pretty nice in here, actually.
FURINA?
What's Lady Furina doing here?
Hello all. Allow me to explain. As of today, Miss Furina will be supporting our production of The Little Oceanid in the role of artistic consultant.
That is interesting that their play is about the Oceanid when, that's basically what happened to the original director. They turned back into an Oceanid. Hi, Heavens. It's nice to see you again. Thank you for the usual redeems.
These two over here are the ones that made it possible. They kindly reached out to Miss Furina on our behalf. I'm sure they need no introduction.
You bet! That was the trial of the century!
Yep. I am super cool.
You helped bring our director's murderer to justice. We can't thank you enough.
Oh, please don't mention it. We're just here to join in on the fun.
So, you were saying, The Little Oceanid?
Yeah, that's the name of our final show. It's an unfinished script left behind by our director. One of our greatest regrets is that she never got to complete it. So, if we can bring it to the stage and make it a successful show, we can all take some solace in that.
Wait, but if it's not finished, then...
Finding an actress is the least of the problems. I mean, maybe it's mostly finished? Maybe?
Yeah, we've been battling issues on every front, trying to realize this dream. Anyway, let me give you a quick summary of what the story's all about. The protagonist of the story is a young Oceanid who transforms herself into human form, despite the protests of her family.
Did your director like know that Fontanians were Oceanids or something?
She longed to live just like any other human. And sure enough, she found friendship and even love. Everything seemed perfect. But one day, her true identity was exposed.
Also,
and her
isn't this My
world
Little Mermaid?
came crashing down around her.
So far, so good. A classic tale.
That's one of the issues we've been trying to deal with. Unfortunately, this was as far as the director got with her script. We need a proper ending so we can bring this musical to the stage. But people have different opinions on which direction to take it in.
We still haven't decided between a happy ending or a true-to-life tragedy.
This is definitely like The Little
By
Mermaid.
true to life, you mean the director's sudden disappearance?
Yeah, like they say, truth is stranger than fiction. But then there's the question of whether we really want to use the stage to pass our raw pain onto the audience.
Exactly. A lot of the time, people come to watch a show just hoping for some light entertainment. We have to consider their emotional stake in this, not just our own. And one last thing. We're still waiting on confirmation from 2 of our main actors.
I mean, I think, you know, transforming their pain into something beautiful, like a beautiful story, that's like what storytelling's all about.
The first is Paulo, who plays the protagonist's lover. He's locked himself away to focus on writing an ending for the script. But the deadline's passed, and we still haven't heard from him.
We'll go knock on his door and see how he's doing.
The other is Villemont, who plays the main antagonist. He took the director's death pretty hard. Hasn't set foot in the city since. He did write to us, promising that he'll be there for the final performance, but we haven't seen or heard from him since. So we're not really sure what to make of that.
I mean, we kind of need him for rehearsals. Like, come on, dude.
Huh.
You can't just show up on the last day and hope it'll work
Now
out.
that we have Miss FURINA helping us, maybe we should take the opportunity to get everyone back together.
What opportunity? What do you mean?
Maybe you're unaware, but your name has always been like a rallying cry for us.
Our director was constantly singing your praises. All of us look up to you as a role model.
Oh, stop! You're making me all flustered.
Hi, Nala.
Although, not in a bad way. I suspect the reason they're dragging their feet is that they have their doubts about whether the show will really go ahead, considering all the issues you've been facing. But one by one, all the obstacles are being removed. Now is the time to rally the troops.
Makes sense. Okay, priority number 1, let's check in with Paulo and see where he's at with the ending. He went back to Poisson a few days ago. Said that staying in a friend's home might help him to relax and escape the feeling of isolation.
Poisson.
I thought the last thing his friend would want right now would be to take visitors, given that Poisson was flooded not too long ago. But I guess it's the opposite. A friend in need and all that.
Yeah, maybe he could use some company.
Yeah, a lot of people died in Poisson.
Poisson?
Oh, fuck. Oh, FURINA.
Nothing. I suppose my presence will be indispensable if we are to restore his faith in the show. So, allons-y. To Poisson!
Alonzi? That's so perfect with a Doctor Who, like David Tennant coming back. Let's go with the Poisson. I still think it's a bit of an odd town. Doesn't have like proper buildings. Everything's just like plate slapped together. Wah. Oh my god, is that dog? I see dog. I cannot pet the dog. What the fuck? I swear, Hoyoverse needs to work on that.
If I remember correctly, this is where he's staying.
Who is it?
Knock, knock.
It's me. Is the
Hello?
script ready?
You came all the way here for that?
All right. Forget that for now. Just come on out. We've got some great news.
Nice try. Look, just give me some time, okay? I'm just wrapping up this last part of the script. I'll be out once I'm done.
Okay then. Looking forward to your masterpiece.
Have Furina knock on the door.
As expected, he's missed the deadline.
Oh shit, what is this? A 7-stream stream. What? I didn't know this was a thing. That's interesting. Congrats, Sevens. Thank you for the 7-stream streak. That must be like a new update they added on Twitch. I've never seen it before. You were wondering why your point redeem was freaking out? Really? Does mine also freak out? I've been here every strum. I should get a little thing saying I'm on a streak.
The ending is one of the most important parts of the show. Even once he's done, it isn't final until we've all had the chance to read through and make sure we agree on it.
Someone told me they'd just seen you in person. I assumed it was a case of mistaken
hello.
identity, but sure enough, here you are. And FURINA, too.
I look forward to rolling for her. I hope I get her as well.
I was wondering if we might run into her.
Don't be Furina. Don't be talking about her in her third person one right there.
So, you're here for Palo? Looks like he could be a while, so feel free to take a stroll around town in the meantime. I've made all the arrangements already.
Oh, it's okay. We can just wait here.
Thank you for being so considerate, Miss Navia. That sounds wonderful. We'll take that stroll.
Bye.
Get over here, you! How oblivious are you?
We're having a main character moment over here.
How are things in Poisson now? Any better?
Things are on the mend, but it's a slow process. Some people may never recover from the trauma they experienced.
I'm sorry to hear that. I wish there was something I could do.
Please, must our conversations take such a depressing turn every time we meet? We all have painful memories, but we don't have to let them cloud everything we do. And if you're trying to make a new start, perhaps it's best if you don't bring up the past all the time.
Thank you for your words of comfort. You make a very good point. But for now, at least, I think I should stay with the way I'm feeling for a while longer.
Aww. They said you would get 450 for sharing your streak. You didn't get any points? You didn't get any? It says plus 450 there, no? I'm not entirely sure how it works. And I've never seen it before. It's a full year worth of redeems. That's true. That's like 2 for both the cat and the bunny.
It's okay. These things take time. Moving on from a painful experience is easier said than done. Which brings me to why I'm here. I thought you should probably know that not everyone here is ready to forgive and forget after the Hydro Archon's inaction in the face of catastrophe. To avoid upsetting the peace, I told the townspeople that everyone here is a member of the theater troupe, and that you are just an actress, playing the role of FURINA. It's not a perfect solution, but hopefully it means you won't have to lie low while you're here.
That's so thoughtful of you, Navia.
Well, what do you expect? I am the courageous and considerate president
It still
of Spina
sucks
di
though. They're
Rosula,
blaming
after all.
FURINA.
Like my father before me.
Ah,
Anyway,
why?
that was all. Look after her now.
Got it, Navia.
Off we go then. Let's take a look up there. I don't have any friends that I can be frank and honest with, so maybe she's right. You're the closest thing to friends that I have.
Aw. I'll be your friend, FURINA. For realsies.
I'm so grateful that Miss Nafia was so understanding. To be perfectly honest, I didn't know if I was ready to meet her. It's always easiest to just run away from your problems. But that never fixes anything. You can't get around the obstacles without facing them.
So that's why you were nervous when they brought up Poisson.
Yeah. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't scared of coming back here. Still, I felt it was something I had to do. As I was saying before, I want to see for myself the things that I never could in the past. I'd be overjoyed if the people here could find it in their hearts to forgive me. But they're more likely to unleash a tirade of vitriol against me. Which, of course, I completely understand and accept.
Yeah, I don't think they're entirely convinced about the actor thing.
Yeah, I can tell people are watching me. I'm sure some people here see the idea of someone coming to Poisson dressed as the Hydro Archon as extremely disrespectful. I used to be terrified of the gaze of other people, especially when they had suspicion or resentment in their eyes. I guess I wasn't quite ready for this after all.
You can leave if you
You're
want.
making yourself go through all of this.
If you want, we can head out, FURINA.
I can't let myself see only the things I want to see. How would that make me any different from before?
Look! There seems to be a crowd gathering over there.
They're pretty rowdy.
Probably time we made a move. How about we check out Spina di Rosula's ship? We should have a view of the whole of Poisson from there.
We can head up there. Wah. I am speed. Ha. Reggae. I'm really happy with how my graphics card seems to be performing. It's crazy how big of a difference it is.
I'm sorry. You probably just wanted a relaxing stroll. And here I am dumping all this heavy stuff on you.
Oh, thank you for redeeming Fyodor.
We don't mind. It's actually refreshing to see a different side of you.
Great. Well, I appreciate your company, so please don't disappear just yet. I don't know whether you can tell, but the years of suffering and loneliness aren't the only reason I have a hard time facing up to who I used to be. As I stand here by the ship, I can't get the images of the rising water out of my mind. One after another, people were taken by the water. All those treasured lives and memories washed out of existence in an instant. They thought their god would protect them. They had absolute faith that when disaster struck, a divine power would save them from harm. And all the while, I played my part to perfection to convince them that was true.
But then the floodwaters finally came, and the Hydro Archon did nothing.
You shouldn't look at it like that. You were only doing your duty.
Yeah. It wasn't even you, really.
I've had to go through so many moments like that for the sake of protecting the truth. As time went on, it got harder and harder to bear, and I became more lonely and isolated. Eventually, I realized I had nothing left except the truth. I became terrified of completely failing in my task, and was haunted by the thought of being left all alone, weeping on my throne. Fortunately, we were able to avoid the worst-case scenario thanks to the help of heroic individuals such as yourselves. Everyone rose to their responsibilities, and I finally regained my freedom. But on some level, freedom also means no longer being needed. I have no further use to people.
Paimon would have never imagined you'd see it that way.
I mean, you don't have to be of use to people. It's retirement, I would say. Take some time to rest. And do what you like.
A reward?
You can speak your heart.
I guess so. And back then, I didn't even dare to dream about having someone to confide in. I was scared of someone recognizing me for who I truly was, and exposing a secret I swore to protect.
Apparently, if you did, it would not have gone well.
Believe in the FURINA you see on stage. She is the one you can trust. I had to keep all my feelings, all my curiosity about life to myself. No one could
What are you
know
bunking
how
head
to
for, Fyodor?
That's what I really meant when I said I'm no good at maintaining relationships.
So that's where you were coming from. Paimon totally thought you were just a bit of a diva at heart.
Could you please get off my case? I don't know what's gotten into you today. I'm making an effort here. You could at least try to do the same.
You can't study anymore, your head hurts? Well, take a rest, Fyodor. It's fine. No study for you right now. Just relax. Also, yes, Paimon, what the fuck? Why are you such a bitch?
I do. I once had nothing but the truth, and now I'm finally free to live my own life again. And even though I have no idea where I'm going right now, at least the choice is in my hands. Alright, it's about time to head back. Paulo should have finished the ending by now.
He totally wasn't working on that ending.
Let's head back and check it out.
Wah. I can't wait to get the proper Fontaine wings. I've been slacking so much. I should have had them by now.
Didn't you say you needed to watch what you eat? You're supposed to be cutting down on fried foods, not wolfing down copious quantities of fish and chips, you know?
Come on now, Dolphy. Fish and chips are amazing. I love fish and chips. I want some more.
Come on. It's not every day we get to dine at Spina di Rosula's expense. Can you believe how generous she is? I'm not about to pass on free food.
It's not generally fried, though.
Anyway, my character doesn't need to be slim and good-looking. That's your job.
Wow.
Are you kidding me right now? It's not your character's health I'm worried
That's some
about.
fucked up
it's
thing to
yours.
say.
I've spent my whole life battling the effects of ill health, and it kills me to watch you willingly ruin yours by filling yourself up with junk all the time.
Oof.
Oh no, looks like they're arguing again. We're back! Could you maybe put your differences aside for a moment?
you're back. We've been enjoying Spina di Rosula's VIP treatment in your stead. Paulo's nearly done. We shouldn't have to wait too much longer.
Great! So you were discussing your characters, right? We heard she's playing the Oceanid who turns into a human girl. What about you?
Me? I'm an Oceanid too.
Oh?
He was originally supposed to take the form of a crane, but he outgrew that role. Well, the costume at least. So now he's playing the boar instead.
Wow. Calling him out. Holy shit.
Sorry.
The boar's not a bad character, actually. He's the one who raises the little Oceanid, yes?
That's right. He has some pretty memorable lines too, like when he imparts some solemn words of wisdom to the little Oceanid. If you become human, you can reveal your secret to no one. You will face suffering and loneliness. Is this truly what you want?
Did this fucking writer have like inside knowledge? What is this?
Wait, that sounds kind of familiar.
It's the most important line in the whole script. I think it's a symbolic statement about our director's life and
Who
legacy.
is your director? How did they know things?
She kept quiet about all the trials and tribulations she faced in running our troupe, allowing us to devote ourselves fully to performing. It was only after she was gone that we realized how tough her job really was.
You mentioned earlier that the troupe is like your home.
Yeah. I was born with an incurable illness, and once my family found out it couldn't be treated, they decided they didn't want me anymore.
That's some fucked up shit right there. What the fuck?
I spent some years taking whatever work I could find and trying to manage my illness with various medicines. But whenever I had a bad flare-up, I'd be lying in an alleyway for days at a time. It was like that until the director found me one day. She told me I had a great voice and asked if I was interested in studying singing from her. I said yes. She took me under her wing, taught me to both sing and act, helped me find Mora for my meds, took care of me when my condition decided to flare up. I know it was all a huge burden on her.
She sounds like a really incredible person.
Yeah. Her family, though. Fuck them.
She really was. She gave everything she had to her troupe and the people in it. All of us were so proud to call her our director. I was a lost child too when she found me. As the child of a murderer, my parents weren't around when I was little, so I got sent to an orphanage. The other kids were always picking fights with me. They'd say things like, "Come on, you must be pretty tough if you're the son of a murderer." It was just to taunt me, though. I was an easy target, and they knew it. One day, I got beaten up so bad that I just couldn't take it anymore, so I ran away. I lost all faith in humanity by that point. Thought the whole world was out to get me.
This is a lovely group we have.
Let me guess. Fortunately, the next person you ran into was the director.
Yeah. For the first time in my life, I was somewhere I felt safe. And I promised myself I'd stay here until the day the group parted ways.
The day you hoped would never come. How times change.
Oh, you're finally done? Get your butt over here. There's someone I need to introduce you to. This is our new artistic consultant, Miss FURINA.
FURINA? The FURINA? Oh my god, how did you manage to wrangle that?
Now you feel stupid for locking yourself in that room, huh?
Please, the honor is all mine. I was profoundly moved to hear about your troupe and your wonderful director. I just wanted to do something to help.
Same here.
Even so, this is just... Oh, wow. I'm sorry. I'll try to calm down. Now, where was I? Ah, yes, the script, of course. Let me give you a rundown of how the story unfolds in my version of the script. I'm sure you're already familiar with the beginning of the story. A little Oceanid decides she wants to become a human against the wishes of her family. She finds love and friendship in the bustling city. But then, disaster strikes. The people start to notice that all the fresh water in the surrounding area is slowly disappearing. The soil is becoming arid, plants and flowers are withering, and the people begin to panic. The little Oceanid, Cleo, and her lover decide to do something about it and investigate the truth of the matter together. In the end, they discover that all the waste and pollution created by humans over the years has caused the fresh water to flee the land, as if driven by a consciousness of its own.
Interesting.
Consciousness? You mean the water is sentient?
Water as a conscious entity. There's actually quite a few stories that explore this theme.
Since the little Oceanid is a water spirit, she immediately understands how the water is feeling. She then tells her lover about her true identity, as well as the truth behind the crisis. Her lover accepts her for who she is, and works with her to find a way to bring the water back. However, unbeknownst to them, there were some people eavesdropping when she revealed her secret. The little Oceanid is accused of being directly responsible for driving the water away, and faces the greatest dilemma of her life.
And then?
In the end, she makes the brave decision to sacrifice herself to save her lover, and the rest of humanity.
Huh? But didn't they all treat Cleo like a villain? Why would she want to save them after that?
Because she's the hero. That's what heroes do, Paimon. Deserved? What do you mean, deserved? Jesus, Fyodor.
Well, she mainly wanted to save her lover, plus everyone who'd stood up for her.
Through her love for her human partner, she was able to find an even greater love. One that extended to all of humanity. Surely the biggest strength of Cleo's character.
Love not allowed here?
There's actually something else that bothers me. You know the protagonist is supposed to represent the director, right? And she never had the chance to become a hero in our world. If we're serious about dedicating this show to her memory, we should make the ending as true to life as possible.
So you just wanted her to die? Like, randomly? Out of the blue?
What about if the little Oceanid is hounded to death by people who hate her, her lover makes sure her secret never gets out, and humanity continues down the path to extinction?
Oh, fucking Jesus. That's a dark ending to the film, Dolphy. And that's true to life, is it? Wow. You know, maybe... so far, I think I prefer the other guy's ending, where it instills hope.
That sounds like too cruel of an ending to me. And perhaps a little irresponsible to present to the audience.
That ending would be a perfect mirror to Director Aureli's death. Both arbitrary and meaningless.
That's kind of fucked up. I'm sure that's not what the director wanted.
On the day when she went missing, Director Aureli had instructed us all, somewhat out of the blue, to leave the court of Fontaine and wait for her outside the city. We waited and waited at the rendezvous point, but she never came. By the time we returned to the city, she disappeared without a trace. We looked for her. The Gardamex looked for her, but she was nowhere to be found. Increasingly, all the signs seemed to point to her being the latest victim in the serial disappearances case.
Imagine she actually
was the kindest soul
wasn't
in
a
the
victim
world.
and
She
is
was
still out there.
senselessly sacrificed for the sake of a so-called experiment by someone who had nothing to do with her at all.
But doesn't the way she suddenly told you to leave the city suggest that maybe she had some sense of what was about to happen? It almost seems as if she was moving you to safety.
I've been trying to follow up on that ever since, but all my efforts so far have turned up nothing. Villemont might know something, but he won't open up to me.
Villemont? The one who's playing the role of the villain?
Oh, let's
Yeah.
go see him.
He's been overwhelmed by grief. I think the director's death hit him hardest of all.
Grief? guilt, more like. Also, I have a hard time imagining that anyone took it harder than me. Because...
It's not a competition.
Well, speaking of the play being true to life, I was deeply, madly in love with Aurelie.
What? You kept that one quiet.
Mm-hmm.
It's time to be upfront with you all. No more keeping secrets from each other. We'll never be able to agree on the ending if we can't be honest about how we feel. I did tell her how I felt once, but she turned me down pretty much straight away. She said that we were all like brothers and sisters to her, and she'd never considered us as potential romantic partners. Not that it came as a shock.
He got brother zoned.
It was what I was expecting to hear. So I told her I'd always be there for the troupe, and I'd always be there for her. I said, maybe one day in the future, when everyone's settled into their own lives and on the up and up, and managing the troupe no longer required her constant attention, well, maybe then she could reconsider what she really wanted in her life. And now, that day will never come.
Oh, Paulo.
So if I'm the one writing this ending, then I'm gonna make sure it does right by Aurelie. I won't let anyone get in the way of that.
In that case, you have to straighten things out with Vilmont once and for all, face to face. We've all had our differences of opinion over the ending, but those two have never seen eye to eye on anything. One of them has to compromise if we're ever going to reach a final decision.
Well, if that's where we're at, looks like it's time to go visit Vilmont.
Are you ready to
Vilmont?
face the truth?
Honestly, I'm slightly terrified. But for the sake of our final performance, I'll do whatever it takes. Funny you should ask, though. You really do get what I'm going through right now.
I certainly do.
She's been through
Come on,
some shit.
everyone. Allons-y.
Alonzi? Pretend to pet doggo. Good boy. Where's our boy Vilmont?
This is tough going. Delphi, are you sure you can manage in your condition?
Dude.
I could ask you the same question. Try to keep up.
Ugh, as if this journey wasn't tough enough already without a roadblock.
Don't worry. We should all be fine with the traveler here. We don't need to take a detour.
That's true. We're pretty cool, huh?
Wait, why are you all looking at me? You're not seriously expecting me to fight, are you?
I would never.
We're just curious, that's all. I don't think anyone's ever seen FURINA in a fight before.
Yeah, but don't you remember why? The Hydro Archon willingly gave up all her power so it could be converted into indemnitium. Miss FURINA said so herself.
Precisely. And I'm not even the Hydro Archon anymore, so all my power is gone anyway. As much as it pains me, unfortunately, I should just stay put. I'm more like a damsel in distress more than anything.
That sounded so smug. Ugh, secondhand embarrassment is unbearable.
C'est la vie? What's that mean? Anyone speak French? This doesn't require god-level powers. Don't you know any self-defense? That's a dumb question.
C'est la vie indeed. Alas, I
C'est
am
la
forced to
vie?
watch on helplessly as a more brave and seasoned adventurer than I swoops in to save the day.
Aw, too bad. I was so pumped to feast my eyes on fight mode FURINA.
Sorry to leave all the heavy lifting to you.
It's not heavy lifting. They're just slimes.
Right now, right here.
I see everything.
What?
Ah!
I'm always watching. Emerge, right now. Emerge.
Everyone hold hands.
Oh, more?
I see everything. Ah!
Right now.
Yeah.
What?
Bravo! Good show! You certainly live up to your reputation.
Easy,
Yeah,
that's it.
thank you. Anyway, the path is cleared now, so onwards and upwards.
Hey, that's what I always say.
Vilma, are you there?
Vilma?
Oh, it's you guys. Wait, what's Lady FURINA doing here?
Oh, just hanging around.
I can explain. We've been rounding up the whole troop. We now have everyone except you.
The sequence of events.
So, you think knowing the truth about the director's disappearance will help you write an ending to the script that pleases everyone?
Oh, you know the truth?
I care just as much as everyone else about making the Little Oceanid a success. That's why I wanted to wait until after the show. If I open this can of worms now, I just don't want to make things difficult between us. We're supposed to be a unit when we're on stage.
Vilma, avoiding the truth will not help anyone. Unless you mean to suggest that Aurelie's death had something to do with you.
Oof.
I don't want to talk about it.
Oh. Oh, that's not
Listen,
the...
Vilma.
Oh, in fact.
I used to think that my love for Aurelie was a point of shame. I never brought it up to anyone. But now, I've made up my mind to put it all on the table. I'm prepared to face everything, to sacrifice everything for the sake of the show. The Little Oceanid cannot be complete unless we do justice to Aurelie on an emotional level.
This is why people think of you as not being the smart one. As you all know already, the troupe was kept afloat not from ticket sales, but donations from the audience. Of course, that was nowhere near enough. We took on side jobs when we weren't performing, but even then, the troupe's financial situation was pretty dire. So, anyway, one day after a show, a merchant came to me and offered us a huge sponsorship. In return, we just had to provide the audience with their drinks during performances. It seemed like a win-win, so I said yes to it on the spot without consulting the director. It was only when the merchant came to deliver the goods that I realized the drink in question was synth.
Isn't that the drink peddled by the culprit behind the serial disappearances case?
Yep. I saw that coming. You don't want this drink, Fyodor. This drink makes people, like, die. It causes a state of euphoria, but also significant harm.
I freaked out when I saw the boxes. And I told the director everything right away. She was completely shocked as well.
Say less.
But she didn't reprimand me for making the decision without consulting her. Instead, she contacted the merchant and stated that the troupe could not agree to this collaboration. The merchant was furious, berated us for going back on our word, and threatened to sue us for damages.
Dude was trying to, like,
There
peddle
was
drugs.
no way we'd be able to pay.
There's no way you would win that lawsuit.
Then
I was going to sort it on my own, but the director stopped me. She said that this was an issue for the whole troupe, and it wasn't my fault. But things only got worse from there. The synth merchant just wouldn't let up, and then suddenly the director told us all to leave the city one day. I knew then that things must have reached a boiling point. I admit this whole thing was my mistake. I didn't dare to tell any of you the truth back then, and after the director disappeared, I was even more afraid to say anything.
I wouldn't say it gave him the motive, but yeah, it did draw their attention to her.
Yeah, I got Aurelie killed. There, I said it. Happy now?
Hey, don't say that.
You traitor! You knew Aurelie was in danger. Why in God's name didn't you tell us? What do you mean, you were afraid? This was a life and death situation. We could have saved her! How could you be so stupid?
Please, try not to get too worked up.
Yeah, listen to him. You need to stay calm.
Stay calm? How can I stay calm? This guy got Aurelie murdered. She was the love of my life.
He didn't really get her murdered, per se. It was the murder that did the murdering.
And he has the gall to try and high-road us, claiming that he kept his mouth shut for the sake of the show. How about taking some responsibility for what he's done?
All I can say is I'm sorry. Truly. I wanted to apologize to everyone.
Not blame
in the
everyone.
truth, but that won't bring back the director. What good is my apology now? I'm just a coward who made an awful, terrible mistake that I can never take back. Beat me up if you want. Kill me if you prefer. It's what I deserve. End my life. So I can meet the director and apologize to her in person.
Get out of my sight. Go,
Goddamn.
get lost. I don't ever want to see your face again.
That's enough! You've screamed and shouted at each other for long enough. Now pipe down, both of you!
Oh,
Can
goddamn,
you
FURINA.
stop conflating the show on stage with your real-life relationships in the troupe? You keep saying that you want to use this final performance to pay tribute to your director and celebrate her life. How can you do that if you're just using it as an excuse to vent your own emotions?
Mm-hmm.
You're right.
I'm sorry.
On stage, the lead role is the focal point of the audience's attention. And you're all used to seeing the director as the heart of the troupe. But in her own life, her greatest desire wasn't to be the center of attention. I can tell how much she loved you all, and how much she loved the troupe. What she wanted was to build a warm home for all of her brothers and sisters. To shield you all from the storms that rage in the world outside. That's how you should remember her. And that's what you should be celebrating. I understand why you're trying to make her the hero of the story, but isn't she your hero already? After everything she did for you?
Yeah.
So think hard about what that means. And then think again about what you hope to achieve by arguing with each other. If you really hate each other and can't reconcile your differences, then you could just call it quits now. Why bother with the final performance if the group is already fractured? But you can't bring yourself to do that, can you? You care too much about Director Aurelie and the home she built you all to let go. What are you laughing at? I don't see what's so funny.
Sorry, I didn't mean it that way. It's just that, for a moment there, it felt like our director was back with us again. If she'd seen Paulo and Villemont at each other's throats like that, she would have scolded them exactly like you did, in that same stern voice.
Really? But she sounded like such a gentle person.
Of course she was.
You can be gentle
Even
and
her
stern at the
harshest
same
lectures
time.
came from a place of kindness, and it showed. She really was a truly outstanding person.
What you said, it really puts everything into perspective.
I'm truly sorry. I really meant for this to be a genuine apology, but I ended up making it all about me and my self-pity.
It's all right.
Really?
Let's save all this for after the performance.
So, the ending. What are we gonna do about it?
Clearly, everyone needs to take a step back for now and reflect on what really matters. When emotions are running high, things get lost in the fray. The end of the story needs to focus back on Aurelie herself. She's the true star of the show.
It might actually be possible to find out more about her fate.
What do you mean?
The Traveler is right. You once investigated that underwater synth base and recovered items belonging to the victims. If you could
Yeah, I
find
did.
anything that
remember
O'Reilly
that.
left behind, perhaps we can get a better sense of what she went through in her final days.
You really think that's possible?
I trust that nobody would object to the ending of the story being based on O'Reilly's true feelings.
No.
Well, we'll leave this in your capable hands.
Come, let's pay a visit to the Palais Mermonia. The rest of you, head back to the rehearsal location for now, and wait for our good news.
Yeah. We got connections. We can find the evidence. I wonder if Nouvelette is in. I'll go say hi to Nouvelette. Wah.
You want to review some recovered items connected to victims of the serial disappearances case? But, that case has been closed for quite a while now.
That's
Still,
fine.
since you were the ones who discovered and submitted the evidence in the first place, you don't actually have to submit an application. Okay, please hold on. I'll have someone dig them out.
We also have FURINA here. Probably doesn't hurt.
So, this is all O'Reilly left behind. Just whatever she was carrying on her person and this tattered old notebook.
Maybe the ending is in the notebook.
It's full of script lines and sketches too. Looks like they show where the different props should be placed on stage.
Let me take a look. Maybe there's something in here from after she was kidnapped. Aha! I found something. To whoever discovers this diary. Let's see. Looks like she kept a detailed record of her captor's actions. She even mentions the truth behind the experiments on dissolving young women.
Interesting.
If we'd had the chance to examine this notebook carefully back then, it would have been a conclusive piece of evidence proving Vache's guilt.
Vache took so many lives. It's still so unthinkable how many victims he had.
I guess O'Reilly must have written all this
Whomever?
down in
What do you
the
mean,
hope that her
whomever?
records would one day be of use to investigators. Wait, it cuts off. Her handwriting here gets patchier and more illegible by the line. She probably didn't have much strength left.
Germer? What?
Her final words are... I'll let you read them for yourselves.
Someone else was taken. That makes 6. Or perhaps the 7th. Someone tried to escape yesterday but was caught. She hasn't been seen since. So was there like... there was no jail cells or anything? Like, where were they kept? That she had her notebook and pen and everything. Was that yesterday? Maybe not. I've lost track of time. I don't know if writing this is any use or how much longer I can do it for. Can already see my fate approaching. But what terrifies me even more is the thought of the others, or seeing others from the troop here. Have I protected them? I think I have a fever and my old stomach troubles have returned, but nobody has given me any medicine. I suppose I'm fortunate that Cressy, the pain... More fortunate than Cressy, the pain keeps her awake all night. I assume that's another victim. I suppose they think that anything goes so long as the experimental subjects can be used before they die. It's so damp in here. I have given her my blanket. I'm so cold. As long as one persists, all things will pass. There will be a reward for hard work. I like to tell them such things, but I'm losing my grip. If anyone sees this, troops safe. They're important. Please, farewell, apologies, life, perform, future, regret, Cleo. The page is an absolute mess. The writer's pen seems to have wandered its surface at random. Only some words can be made out. From this page on, the diary stops to be replaced with lyrics from musicals. Some are in the form of newspaper clippings, others are handwritten with messy crossings and changes. It is apparent that the pages have reference often, and is somewhat. This was the personal notebooks of the director, Oriel.
She was so terrified.
She saw a girl dissolve right in front of her and didn't have to wait for her own death in silence. Why is Fontaine's like just dark as fuck, you know?
She may have been a mighty hero in the eyes of her troop, but at the end of the day, she was only human. I can't bear to think how painful and lonely her final days must have been. Wait. This part on the last page sounds strangely familiar.
Flipping through the notebook, the lyrics continue. However, one page has been torn out, folded up, and placed next to the last blank page. At the bottom of the folded note, there are 2 new lines Oriel has written in handwriting much more legible than before, but it seems they took her both great effort and a great deal of time to write. If you become human, you can reveal your secret to no one. You will face suffering and loneliness. This is what you truly want? Because I am an older sister to them. I love them. This is so strange. How does she have this knowledge? Like, what?
If you become human, you can reveal your secret to no one. You will face suffering and loneliness. Is this still what you want?
Hi, Cora.
Isn't that the most important line in the little Oceanid?
Because I am an older sister to them.
Oh.
So she didn't regret her decision. Even as she sat in silence, waiting for death to come. I'm sure this is what the troop would have hoped to hear as well. She had their utmost trust, admiration, and love, and she truly deserved it. Let's go. It's time for them to learn Director O'Reilly's final thoughts.
Hello, what's up? I'm doing good, Cora. How have you been doing? I'm just back from my holiday myself yesterday. So I'm doing like a little short strap to do FURINA's story. And then next week we'll be getting back to our regular schedule, which should be pretty exciting. I have so many projects going on at the moment too. Oh, this city is so big. Like, Jesus Christ. This is probably the biggest city in the game, right? Not looking forward to going back to work tomorrow, Kura. Let me tell you that much. Fontaine? Yeah, Fontaine, like, it's huge. Like, compared to everywhere else? Like, that tiny dot there, that's Sumeru. You know, maybe Liyue is similar in size, but I don't think so. Like, everything else just feels like a town. This feels like more of a city than the rest. I wonder how Natlan will be. Probably not as fancy, given Fontaine's technological advancement over all the other nations.
She deserves a hero's farewell. If If that's the only way to convey to the audience the courage and selflessness that she showed in the face of death, then it's a meaningful way to end the story.
Oh, my body is aching though. I don't know why. You would think after a week of like holiday, you would feel like, you know, rested. But instead, my body's like in pain. I don't know why.
Even in the last moments of her life, she was still leaving a trail for others to follow.
She did her best to protect as many people as possible, even if it meant sacrificing herself. We know what choice our little Oceanid would have made now. I don't think any more discussion is necessary. Well, Vilmont, if we put the past aside for now, do you think you can bring yourself to go ahead with the show?
I will channel all my regret and put it into my performance to make this a show worthy of our director. I won't ask for your forgiveness, and you don't need to worry about my feelings. This final farewell show should be about Director Aurelie and her alone.
Then it seems like we've reached a consensus. I have a feeling that this will turn out to be the most mesmerizing performance of your lives.
Yeah.
Really? How can you be so sure when you've never even seen them perform before?
Because their hearts are in it.
Don't underestimate my experience. After watching a countless number of musicals, I've learned one important thing. If you want to move the audience with your music, you must fully commit and immerse yourself in your role, pouring all your emotion into your performance. And aren't human emotions love, hate, regret, and hope just the most mesmerizing things in this world? I don't believe anybody could be more committed to bringing this story to life on the stage than they are now.
Thank you for the vote of confidence, Miss FURINA. And thank you for supporting us through all this.
Then, let's not delay things any longer. We need to discuss the details of the ending and get it nailed down once and for all.
Yeah, how long do we have till the performance? And you haven't got the ending down yet?
Actually, before that, I'd like to make a proposal.
She's proposing?
During the curtain call, please allow me to use the director's name instead of my own.
Oh, okay.
Huh? But then...
After all, this role was originally meant to be played by the director. I'm just filling in for her.
Oh, well that's fine,
Besides, a role commemorating her life should be associated with her name.
Well, if you're
Unless
sure
you want to
you're
do
okay
like
with that,
in memory
I have
of.
no objection to it.
Now we're talking like a serious acting troupe. All right, I'll leave you to fine-tune your musical while I go and procure a stage.
That feels illegal. Technically, no. Stage names don't have to be your legal name. It can be a bit weird, because maybe people be like that don't know who it is. They'll be like, "Oh, this person is that person," and they won't be like feeling, you know, that it's on behalf of or in memory of them. I don't know. It's a bit odd.
Oh, it's okay. Our usual place doesn't need a reservation.
That place? Oh, don't be silly. For an extraordinary show, we need an extraordinary stage. By which I, of course, mean the Opera Epiclese.
You're going as Ryan Gosling on stage? Yeah, when you're on stage, Fyodor, sure, go ahead. Also, fucking hell, you're just throwing them onto the Opera Epiclese? You got that kind of pull still, FURINA?
Whoa, wait, what?
No. That's never going to work. It's far too fancy for the likes of us.
What are you afraid of? Surely you don't think that Aurelie's story is unworthy of the grandest stage in Fontaine?
No, that's not what I meant.
It is supposed to be your grand finale, right?
Go big or go home. Let's go.
I have no problem with it then. How about the rest of you? I'll take your silence as a yes. Thank you for giving us this opportunity. It really is a dream come true.
It's better than their show going in front of the Ortries Mechanique, the Annalise Cardinal. I mean, technically it is, it just doesn't work anymore. Because that's where it is, it's in the Opera Epicles. That's where that is, Mari.
Well, then don't disappoint me. If you mess this up, it'll reflect poorly on me too.
Wow, no pressure then. Jesus Christ, Furina.
We'll need to get the go-ahead from Nerulette. I know just where to find him.
You may be behind on Genshin memes. Wow, did you see that slide Furina just did? Goddamn. She's wearing Heelys, I think. Oh yeah, have I been over this side?
Hey, look at that! Looks like I guessed right.
Nice.
You were just guessing?
I knew you'd be here.
I'm here merely for a short break. It has been a while, Miss Furina. And you too, Traveler in Paimon. What might I assist you with today?
We need the stage. You know which one.
I would like to book the Opera Epicles for an event. You see...
I understand. The process for booking the Opera Epicles is complex and can be somewhat cumbersome. But given that the request is coming from the three of you, I see no reason to make things unduly difficult.
Yeah, we're kind of a big deal.
The story of the little Oceanid is most fascinating. I'm looking forward to seeing it performed on stage. I will say, however, that I am surprised to see your passion for the performing arts rekindled after all that has happened.
I mean, she's not doing the acting herself.
Huh? What do you mean? Do I look excited?
Yes. And this is the first time that I've seen you like this since your departure from deityhood.
At first, I just felt bad about rejecting them. So I wanted to learn a little bit more about their situation. But one thing led to another, and... well, here we are.
At least you're sounding a bit more like yourself.
In the past, we sat in our high chairs in the court, giving our opinions on isolated cases, all while knowing very little about the human stories behind each and every one. Maybe it's because I finally become an ordinary person and gained my freedom, but I've developed a great sense of curiosity about their lives.
I am truly delighted to see you find a new lease on life. Now that you've regained some confidence, have you had any thoughts regarding a return to the stage?
Goddamn, Nerulette.
Why would you suddenly ask a question like that?
Well, if the Little Oceanid turns out to be a great success, it will no doubt become a classic. Many theater companies are certain to add it to their repertoire. The experiences and decisions of the protagonist Cleo are all modeled after your own. Naturally, this makes you eminently suited to playing the leading role.
No, no, no.
It would truly be a shame if you did not take this opportunity
It's for the
to allow
other girl.
audiences to enjoy your outstanding acting talents once more.
Haven't I already made myself clear? I won't act or perform in any role ever again. No exceptions. Nor do I think it is any great shame. There is no lack of fine actors or inspirational stories, either on or off the stage. This experience is a case in point. I feel like I've learned a lot, and it has already been well worth the price of admission.
Yeah, there's no need to pressure her again.
I must admit, though, I'm a little envious. They're quite fortunate to be able to bid farewell to their past in such a magnificent manner.
I see. Well, I'm glad to learn that you have found a role to play that you enjoy, be it on the stage or not. I sincerely hope the show will serve as the grandest of finales. I will have my staff book the date and mail the relevant paperwork to the troupe once the details are confirmed.
Thanks, Nerulette.
You are very welcome.
I wonder how long they have to wait. Wait, where am I going? Wow.
Good news, everyone. It's done. The Opera Epiclese is booked.
Nice.
Thanks to my eloquent and impassioned speech, Monsieur Neuvillette was moved to provide us with a fitting stage for this special performance. We've had to fight every step of the way for this opportunity, but we now have all of the ingredients necessary to stage a truly spectacular performance. A touching story, a magnificent venue, and last but not least, a passionate and dedicated cast. Now, let's work together and make this show the best it can be.
This region is French influence? Yes, it is indeed.
This is truly wonderful.
The sooner we can finalize the ending, the more time we'll have to rehearse. Fiamma and I just went over some parts of the script and tweaked a few things.
Fiamma.
I think it's really going to resonate with the audience now.
Wow, you two had a constructive conversation? That's great!
Imagine.
Communication is vital to any good performance.
Look at us. We've come so far. I never could have pictured this scene a few days ago.
Yeah, I mean, they were trying to kill each other a few days
Even
ago.
though Furina's still being a bit of a drama queen about it all, she's really fired everyone up.
What the Paimon, why are you why are you insulting Furina? I swear to Christ.
Please feel free to give us any comments or suggestions you have. We really value your input.
Hey, Loic, get over here. Time to practice the opening number.
So will there be a lot of music in this play? It's basically, The Little Mermaid.
That cursed Cleo. She stole the waters of life from us. She's a fraud, and she must pay for her crimes.
This has nothing to do with her. The ignorance and hatred of our people is to blame. How can we hope to win back the water's favor if we don't change our ways?
This guy could be useful. Take him hostage. If Cleo wants him back, she'll have to show herself.
Leave this place, oh little Oceanid, and never, ever look back!
Gurmer? What does Gurmer mean? What does it mean, Fyodor? I know not what you say.
Everyone's really throwing themselves into their roles. I haven't seen such a fine performance in a long time. If only...
What should we do? It's almost time for her to take the stage.
What's wrong?
Why?
Oh no,
Why
her
does it have to
illness.
be now?
Hey, what's going on? You're due on stage any second now.
Are we not able to heal her?
No, not again. But why? What about your new meds? Did they stop working?
They've been getting less and less effective over time. I've had to keep increasing my dose.
What? I thought they cure it. So they were only managing your symptoms?
I figured whatever it took to get me through this final performance.
How could you do this to yourself? And after that lecture you gave me about not looking after my health.
I'm sorry. I've let everyone down.
You... This is a conversation for another time. How can the show go on without its star performer?
I'm guessing Furina.
Miss FURINA, I'd like to make a request of you.
Say no more. If you're sick, you need to rest. I know what you're going to ask. Loic, your character has no more scenes, correct?
Oh, yeah. I think my scenes are all done. Although, I do have one more line. But I guess another guy in the troupe with a similar voice register could take it. Why?
Please take Delphi back to her place to rest. I'll sing the finale.
Goddamn.
From the sublime to the ridiculous. After all that, everything's come full circle.
Thank you, Miss FURINA. I'm so sorry to put you in this position after everything you said.
Never mind. What's done is done. It's really my own fault for getting in too deep. No one likes regrets.
I got it, cause
Myself
water.
included. Leave it to me. I've watched you rehearse so many times that I've learned Cleo's parts by heart.
Has
I do
Cleo
not doubt your
already
acting
been on the
skills,
stage?
but please allow me to ask just one more question.
Will people be
After
confused?
all, this show is dedicated to the life
change
and
of
legacy
actress
of our
midway through?
director. What, in your opinion, is the reason Cleo shines so brightly?
It's her pure heart. Despite all the pain and loneliness she had to endure, she never once stopped believing in the beauty in this world.
Well said. I leave Director O'Reilly in your hands.
Isn't it uncommon for understudies to cover in emergencies? I mean, she was kind of being the director, more so than anything. Oh shit. We gonna hear her sing?
Is she here yet?
Will she get here?
She's not coming!
You're wrong. She's here.
Didn't even change clothes. She looks fabulous enough. So good. What the fuck?
But what about your wish?
My wish.
If you become human, you can reveal your secret to no one. You will face suffering and loneliness. Is this truly what you want?
This fucking cutscene. Hmm? Holy shit. That was fucking amazing. Hey, why aren't you applauding? What's going on here?
Is it just me? Or was that Lady FURINA on the stage just now?
Really?
She hasn't been seen for a while now, and she just appears out of nowhere? Gotta say,
And she has
though,
her vision.
her acting skills are as superb as ever.
The little Oceanid, Cleo, played by Aurélie Fumont.
Wait, that's not her name. What's going on?
I knew it would confuse
Maybe
people.
it's just a doppelganger.
I've spent a lot of time out of the spotlight, and they didn't use my name during the curtain call either. Hopefully, not too many people recognized me.
Hopefully.
It's too bad that I had
You did
to
wear
break
the same
one
outfit.
clear rule I'd managed to make for myself, even if I had no choice. Still, I have to admit that, despite everything, it felt good to be back on the stage again.
Finally, we would like to give a special thanks to our artistic consultant and event coordinator, Miss FURINA.
Hey, that's not what we agreed on!
What the fuck?
Oh, so it was FURINA after all.
She's back!
Honestly, what is he doing? He should have run that by me first.
All right, calm down, don't be mad. This was a group decision. We just didn't want your contributions to go unacknowledged. After all, it's been the rule in Fontaine since ancient times that everyone's work, visible or invisible, is equally deserving of recognition.
It's an interesting take on Little Mermaid, actually. Has its own unique context and juxtaposition. Yeah, it's pretty good. That was a good story.
Yes, I know the rule, but it should still be applied on a case-by-case basis. I wasn't ready for this yet.
Has nobody acknowledged that she just got a vision, by the way?
It's no big deal. What's the worst that could happen?
You might be asked for a few autographs later. Oof.
Oh, yeah? Well, since you think it's so easy, you can sign them for me.
This is a great chat and all, but can we talk about that crazy thing that happened during the show? It nearly gave Paimon a heart attack.
Yeah, right?
Paimon flew over to where she was supposed to be and was about to drop the prop vision, and then suddenly, a real one popped out of thin air!
That's pretty cool.
Oh, that. I've got no idea what happened there either. But hey, it worked pretty well, didn't it? I'll bet the audience has never seen such a realistic prop.
Wait, what about Dolphy? I wonder how she's doing.
Oh, let's go check on her as soon as we finish clearing the stage.
Yes. Plus, she'll definitely want to hear how the end of the show went.
Maybe we can use the vision to heal her sickness, right? Maybe?
If nothing else, we can safely say that we accomplished what we set out to do.
So the oratrice is behind this curtain. It be broken. Sabine.
I thought Cleo's actress sang very well. Why did they swap her out at the end?
I don't know. Maybe that's just how it
Oh,
was scripted.
so she was there.
I wasn't expecting such an incredible performance from an amateur troupe. They didn't seem out of place on the big stage at all.
Yeah, their technique could use some polish, but the performance in general felt very believable.
What is that hat,
Hit all
my
the right
dude? What
emotional
the
notes.
fuck?
I think it'll
Why are
stay
you
with me
wearing
for a
that to the
while.
opera? Drip? It's absolutely not drip. I wouldn't get it. No, I don't get it at all. Back to the building. Yep. Wah. I'm gonna have to listen to that like song again. It was so good. I think I saw it pop up on Spotify actually. Like as its own single.
Ah, you're
Assuming
back.
that's what it was. I didn't listen to it in case it was spoilers, so I can listen to it now, I guess.
She's doing okay. Her condition stabilized after taking some of her original medication. From experience, though, I'd say she still needs a few more days of rest.
How did the performance go? Was it a success? Did the audience like it?
Yeah, I spoke to a few of them. They seemed to like it.
You'll be glad to know it was fantastic! Also, you're not gonna believe what happened while FURINA was on the stage. You'll probably be able to read all about it in the Steambird first thing tomorrow morning.
That's wonderful. I'm so sorry I failed to see it through to the end. I guess I was wrong to try and tough it out to begin with.
No, don't worry about it. Like they told me after announcing my name during the curtain call, everyone's work deserves recognition. Even though you couldn't
What about
see
my
through
work?
to the final scene,
I wasn't
the
recognized
audience
at
was
all.
very
I
impressed
helped
by
a
your
lot for this.
performance. It's safe to say that you made your mark on this memorial show.
Well, one way or another, we did it. I've had bad luck ever since I was born, so I never expect things to go smoothly in life. I'm just happy to know that we went out on a high note. That's all that matters.
Blaming your bad luck again, are we? Maybe if you didn't push yourself past your limits so much, your illness wouldn't be flaring up all the time.
Oh, don't you start. I don't have the energy to argue with you right now.
Aw, you two clearly care a lot about each other.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You mean we never stop arguing with each other?
Yeah, this shows you care.
So, any plans for the next step? After the brilliant performance you put on, the reputation of your troupe is sure to spread through Fontaine like wildfire. You won't have to disband if you don't want to. You could capitalize on the rave reviews and license out the Little Oceanit to the bigger theater troupes out there. That would do wonders for your financial situation.
No, we should still disband.
Yeah, it's what we all agreed to.
After all that's happened,
You should definitely license
I
out
should give you
the
guys
play
some
though.
space. But maybe our paths will cross again one day.
Hey, don't just walk off!
I still want to keep performing, so I might join another troupe. After watching Miss FURINA's performance, I think I'm starting to understand our director's infatuation with musicals.
You should do it. It suits you. I'd originally hoped to keep performing too, but I don't know if my health will allow me to.
Oh, so now you finally got your priorities in order. I guess I'll hold off until you've properly recovered as well. What about you, Miss FURINA? Any future plans?
Well, frankly, I think a return to obscurity is no longer an option for me. I'm sure a slew of consultancy requests will hound me wherever I go, until I finally acquiesce. You rather sealed my fate there with your special thanks at the end of the show.
She just wanted the quiet life. What have you done?
Sorry.
It's quite all right. No need to apologize. What I meant to say is that this whole experience has shown me that perhaps I'm not as averse to a return to the stage as I previously imagined. Maybe Neuvillette was right. Maybe Cleo is the right role for me. I still don't wish to pretend to be someone else, but I do have a desire to express myself. So, maybe the show will go on for me after all.
And just do what feels right, I would say. I mean, there's a big difference between, like, never, like, 24/7 being able to, like, be yourself, and then just doing a show every now and again, you know? Big difference.
Yeah. There was once a time when I was an actress in a masquerade, seeking only to hide the truth. But from now on, I want to spend my time learning real stories about real people and how they touch the lives of others around them. I want to watch them blossom and wither, see them refined on the page, retold on the stage, and remembered long into the future. I'm sure this is what captivated director O'Reilly as well.
Sounds like you're ready to stop running from your true calling. The more you get out into the world, the more you'll discover what a fascinating place it is.
Yeah, he should join me.
Then it's a deal. If a vision is a gift from the gods...
The fact that she got a vision, by the way, now that Nouvellette has the authority of Hydro again, very fascinating.
Then I should do my best to honor it.
Oh, I'm seeing double.
It's ironic to think that in my whole time as a god, I could only ever dream of receiving this kind of power. And now that the gods have given me their blessing, it actually feels more like I'm finally able to take my fate in my own hands. Is that how humans feel about it as well?
You know, I wouldn't know, because I don't have a vision. One could argue, traveler not human. That was a really good story, I think. And fucking hell, that final cutscene, like, so fucking good. Let me go see now what she has to say about her vision. Oh, I still can't. I need to also have friendship for. Fuck. Nearly. I'm getting there, but not quite there yet. Soon, PM. Oh, do I have a roll? Can I do a roll? No, I can't. I cannot. Don't even try. I do get nice flute. I really enjoyed that though. That was really nice. I'm definitely going to be listening to the song on Spotify. No two ways about it. I just want more. I want more story. Give me more FURINA. Yeah, more. But I am very curious as well, like, how did she get the vision? By whose authority? Or is it just like baked into the laws of Teyvat? I don't know. The exact mechanics of it are still a bit of a mystery. I'm sure there will be some theorist videos out there that I can watch on the matter. Oh, there's like an event on? Didn't even notice this event. I don't know if I can be bothered. I don't really like the Misty Dungeon events, to be totally honest. Hi, Cosmo. You could explain it? Oh, by all means. Do you know how she got the vision? By whose authority did she get this vision? Well, hello, doggo. Maybe it was Nouvellette all along. Man, I wish I had her signature weapon. It's so nice. There is actually another weapon. I'm not really sure what it is. But I remember seeing it on the website. Where it be? In fact, I don't see it at all on this list. That's interesting. It's not a 5-star, is it? Weird. It was Nouvellette. After he received all his original power back, he can decide to share his power with someone. He does not need the permission from Celestia. The throne of the Hydro Archon was demolished. Yeah, so that's what I kind of figured. Like, since he now has the Hydro Authority, that means anyone who gets a Hydro Vision now, it's decided by Nouvellette. He's the one that is in charge of doing that. So maybe when he was watching the performance, he just decided to give her the thing. Does he say anything about it in his thingies? He's the original owner after all of the hydropower? Yeah, he doesn't really make any mention of him doing it, but I imagine it would be him that does it. Wah.
The show begins!
Oh, she's so great. Honestly, I think after all of that's happened, FURINA's probably become like my favorite of the Archons that we've seen. And I know technically not an actual Archon, but she has the same...
Tea parties are a must for the well-mannered. If you'd like to learn the proper etiquette,
She has the same
I'd be
conviction
happy to
as one, I
teach you.
guess you could say. FURINA herself doesn't say much as well about her vision, but Nouvellette was cheering her on to get back on stage. True. And he was probably watching the actual performance. So, if anything, he was like waiting for the right moment. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I like it. One second. Nala keeps leaving my door open.
Boring.
Silly
Is there
Nala.
anything else more interesting to do?
Do you know it's one bit of a, like, juxtaposition, like, having FURINA? Perfect song to start playing. Like, having her, like, it's a bit weird. Some of her voice lines are very much like she's still playing the part of Focalor. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't necessarily always feel like herself. And actually, I would have preferred if after playing the main story, they had her voice lines be more akin to FURINA. You know what I mean? You didn't want her, but you got her. She was your 4th win. Nice. I was always going to get her, just because she was an Archon, but, like, she wasn't necessarily on my list of, like, one of my favorites, you know? But after the story, she definitely ended up being one of my favorites, if not my favorite, you know? You got Nouvelette and what's his name? Did you get the other dude? What's his name? I don't remember. Risley. Did you get Risley? I never got him. I did get Nouvelette. I got really lucky. Actually, I got really lucky because I got his weapon as well. Like I just threw a random roll on this banner and got his weapon like right before the banner was about to end. Like I'd already leveled up like the prototype Amber for him, and then I managed to get his weapon, so that was pretty cool. I would really like to have gotten FURINA's weapon, and I spent all my Prima gems trying to do that, but I ended up getting this thingy instead. I save up for Navia. Yeah, I'd really love to get Navia, honestly. I hope I can get her as well. But yeah, I would really like if her voice lines like were more herself than Focalor, to be honest. That's just me though. I would consider them kind of two different characters, Focalor and FURINA, because they are. And honestly, I much prefer FURINA as a person than I do Focalor. So I would just like to have more FURINA, you know? If your English is weird, you do apologize. Oh, don't worry. Your English is perfect. You're sick and it gonna happen? That's alright. You're positively surprised about FURINA? Yeah. She's honestly such a blessing in this game. I think they did a wonderful job with her. You're surprised by Ito? Really? Hopefully in a good way. I really liked Ito. I like his character, to be honest. And one of my favorite stories in the game pre-Fontaine and pre-Sumeru, really, was when the Traveler and the party were trapped down in the chasm. I still think like that whole bit is one of my favorites in the game. And I don't even know if it's still playable. I don't remember if that was like an Archon quest or if that was an event quest, but it's still such a good story, I think. And like Ito really shined there, I think, as well. FURINA enables your Baizu since you've had him since release. I completely missed Baizu. I had taken a bit of a hiatus from the game when he came out, so I completely missed out on him. But I have Nahida, so it's alright. I have my Dendro applicator. You have FURINA, 71 characters. Is there even oh god, there's so many characters in the game. You broke the 70 border. I'm not missing too many characters, I think. I've been quite fortunate. I don't have Baizu, I don't have I don't even remember half their names. It's completely blanking. Kokomi, the fox dude with the Dendro. He was the first Dendro we got. What's his name? It should be in the character archive. Tainari. Yeah, and Risley and Freemanly and Shika and Ayato. Don't have them. But I have a lot. You're only missing Dea Ayaka. Oh, you missed Ayaka? Ike is one of my favorite characters. I love her. She's so great.
A blade embraces its duty, as a jeweler cherishes their gems.
You don't like that mechanic to dive? You mean like her sprint? I remember I disliked it when the game first came out with Mona. But I actually really like it, and I think it's really, really nice. And it feels really nice and fluid in combat. Since they, like, upgraded it. I got quite used to it. God, this game looks so pretty now. That I've like been able to max out the settings now in this game, and it's so nice. You mean her brother? Yeah, he's pretty straightforward, Ayato. I don't have him, but I remember trying him out and he was pretty straightforward. So I can understand that. And Hydro is just such an effective thingy. He falls far behind in damage now. Yeah, that can happen with damage dealing characters, really. That's why characters like FURINA are just, like, better all around. Because support characters just last a lot longer. With Nuvalet and Yelan, Ayato lose a lot of ground. Well, Yelan was around kinda already, wasn't she? But yeah, Nuvalet is brokenly strong, which I kinda like in a way. Because he's a dragon after all. I like that he's just this really strong dude, you know? But yeah, I can see from a mechanics point of view, it's kind of hard. Yeah, you often see people soloing content. I do wish I was like rich and could have his like constellations too. Because his C6 just makes him like insanely strong. But alas, I am no whale. I am a dolphin. That's all I am. Mobile user can do more than stand around. You're a dolphin as well? Yeah. I can get characters usually if I need to. Or I want to, I should say. But, not C6 them or necessarily get their thing. A fossil dolphin? That's kind of me as well, to be honest. I used to spend, like, money on this game. But I haven't really done a lot of that in the past couple years. Right though. I think it do be time for me to say goodbye. Because it is getting quite late and I must depart for work in the morn. But I have enjoyed being back again. Despite everything. Being back from my holidays is very sad. But also, you know, it's been nice to see you guys again. I got some drops? Oh, nice. So I hope you did. I don't think I ever get the drops whenever I'm streaming myself, so it's a bit awkward. I never get anything. But maybe I'll raid the Genshin streamer and I can get some drops too. Because it doesn't seem to always count for me when it's my own stream. It's like hit or miss. Am I not connected? I am, but it's like really hit or miss. Like according to this, I've you know, missed out on some of the drops. So it's a bit odd. I don't know if I have to like refresh the page, but obviously if I'm busy like playing the game or streaming, I don't have time to keep checking it. But yeah, let's see who we can raid. Let me just go here first and go big screen. Does anyone know a streamer that I would be able to raid? I can check to see who's live actually. Is anyone I know live and playing? Not many actually. I suppose I'll just look at the categories. For Genshin. Only German ones. Yeah, that makes sense. That's okay. With a few English ones, that's okay. That's understandable. There's a sheep VTuber, I guess, who's playing Genshin, and they are doing the drops. Although I don't know how long they stream for. They've been streaming for a while. Finding people is hard. Fucking, I never know. All you want is bed. Yeah, I'll be going to bed pretty soon myself. I don't know. Let's read the sheep VTuber. You wish you all good night. Thank you so much, Cosmo. Thank you so much for hanging out. It's alright, Cosmo. You don't have to join for the raid if you want some sleep. It's alright. I hope you feel better soon, okay? Get some nice medicine, get some tea. Tea is nice. You know her, Fyodor? How nice. That is convenient. But yeah, anyone sticking around for the raid, make sure you support them. They seem lovely. And hopefully I can get some drops from Genshin. Maybe we shall see. But yeah, I love you all. I will be posting the schedule for next week, probably tomorrow. So keep an eye out on Discord and Twitter for that. And we'll hopefully get back to normality now that I'm back from all my holidays. So yeah, love you guys. See you guys. Good night though. Bye. Bye. Bye.